I continue a bit with what I posted that day, because someone pointed out that a Bible says in Hebrews chapter 13 verse 17, it says, obey your spiritual leaders. This is New Living Translation. Let's go to New King James Version. Obey those who rule over you and be submissive. Yeah, for they watch over your souls. And then again, New American Standard Bible. Obey. It started with King James Bible. But New International Version has a different translation. It says, have confidence in your leaders. And then it's a spirit of submission. Submit to their authority. Yeah. So it's a bit different from the word obey. Whereas in the King James Version, it says obey and then submit. Right? Yeah. But here it says have confidence. New International Version has gone through some revisions over the years. Yeah. Some they say bad revision. But for this one, maybe we can have a look to see if it's a good revision or not. BibleHub.com is a very good Bible tool for Bible studies. It has a lot of parallel verses. Different translations have a lot of different theologians who are very carefully going through the original language and trying to interpret it as best as they understand it. And then there are Bible commentaries too. So what I did was I searched for the Greek version. So when you look at the Greek version, it has here, this is the original word in Greek. So the Strong Concordance, what it does is it lists all the words that uses this exact word in the Bible. Okay, so if we click this Strong Concordance, the number is 3982. It's clickable. We let the Bible interpret the Bible. So if we look at the whole Bible, the way this word is used, it's a primary verb to convince by analogy, to pacify, to conciliate, reflexively or passively, to assent, to rely. There is no word obey here. And yet the English word is obey, right? So let's click in here. By the way, this is the only verse in the Bible that says obey your leaders. If you find any other verses, you can let me know. Then we go to a Bible study again. So it has 53 occurrences. And so if you click the link later to read, because there's so many verses, 53, we can't go through it one by one, So as mentioned, right, it doesn't contain the actual meaning obey. It's more to assent to. Yeah. So it's a bit similar to submit. So if you go through the list here, the 53 occurrences where this appears, then I think you might agree that this is a better translation. Have confidence in your leaders and submit to their authority. So being submissive, there's still space to discuss. A good leader will listen to what others say. That's why there's committees, and then the committee will present to leaders. Well, this is pros and cons. So even in a spousal relationship, it's not wife obey your husband. It's submit. It's different from the order to children. That is where obey comes in, because they don't know. They don't have enough experience to even be able to have a discussion with the parents about what's better. But I don't think that obeying parents is a lifelong thing for children into adulthood. I think at least until they are of a certain age where they are marriageable, even if they are still single, right? The parents should not be dictating, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, you should do that, and then make the child like an immature person who cannot make their own decisions. So obey in the Lord. Even to the children, they say children should obey in the Lord. In the Lord. So there's a qualifier. So if the parents ask them to do what is wrong, then of course no. And then if they are of a marriageable age already, in Genesis they say that the man should leave the father and mother very clearly. Didn't say just leave the father and mother, because sometimes the mother will be a helicopter mother, and until the child is 50 years old, the 17-year-old mom still saying, you do this, you don't do that, huh? I tell you, I get angry and you don't obey your mom. Still threatening. And then the son whose wife must cut umbilical cord, give some space to say a word, and then maybe very gently and firmly say, like Jesus said, who's my mom? I love you, Mama, but I'm adult already. To give me some space to make some decisions also.